Hey guys, Alex here with Oak Strength. I am here to walk you through an entire full body Amrap workout. All right guys, we have 5, 10, 15, 20 reps, 5 repetitions of a burpee, we have 10 repetitions of sit-ups, we have 15 hand release push-ups, and then 20 walking lunges. We're gonna do this for 15 minutes, all right, as many rounds as you could possibly get, all right? So for our warm-up, we're gonna begin with those 4 movements with a burpee. I actually don't want you to do the burpee itself, I want you just to focus on push-ups, okay? So really get that chest nice and warm, feet hip width apart, hands directly underneath those shoulders. We're gonna come down, chest come to the floor, right back up, all right? Let's do about 5 repetitions of these. If you need to, drop down to those knees. Really don't want to fatigue your upper body quite yet. We're just warming up here. Get those triceps firing, chest going, squeeze your glutes, brace your core, all right? We're gonna go right into those sit-ups. Again, just contracting those muscles, getting your body ready to begin. All right, so with this, I want hands across the chest, on those shoulders. You don't wanna bring those hands down to your biceps at any point in time. Feet are gonna stay in contact with the floor, okay? So crossing, bringing those elbows all the way up to those knees. If those feet do come up, that's okay, but let's try to focus on keeping those feet in contact with the floor, okay? Coming right back down, controlling the movement on the way down. You don't wanna go as slow as possible on the way down. The slower you move on the way down, the more of a contraction you're gonna receive with those, with your core, or more work, I should say. And that's okay. So again, it's totally your preference, but just really warming up that core is what we're looking for. Okay, let's crank out 3 more sit-ups. All the way up, chest stays elevated, elbows to those knees, okay? And then we're gonna into those hand release. Well, we just did push-ups, but for the movement itself, I'll walk you through what that's gonna look like. So hands directly underneath those shoulders. Your body's in a nice, solid, straight line from your head to your hips to your heels. We're coming down to the floor. Whole body's gonna rest on the floor. Release those hands, come right back up. Take a nice little recovery at the bottom. That's it. Let's do 2 more. Bracing that core, squeezing those glutes. Now, when we get tired and fatigued, guys, I don't want you to hyperextend. So I don't want to see any of this just pushing up. Make sure your whole body is moving as one unit. So bracing that core and once again, squeezing those glutes. Now, I know I say bracing your core a lot. I want you to think about if you've got a little kid brother, kid sister, cousin, if you're an only child, come and punch you in the stomach. Your natural reaction is to brace, really, really grit down. So there's no loosey-goosey going on. You wanna protect those organs or protect that rib cage. So bracing as hard as you can. Again, you don't wanna open up, you don't wanna flare those ribs, and you don't wanna hyperextend that lower back. Keep it tight, okay? Then we're gonna walking lunges. We have 20 total repetitions. It's gonna be 10 on each side. So whether you walk forward or backward, well, let's walk forward here for those walking lunges. Bend both knees at the same time, and we're stepping forward. Again, if you need to, depending on space, you can walk forward and walk backward. It's totally up to you, but we're going 20 total, so it's 10 on each side. Seeing from that side view, guys, once again, back heel stays up the whole time, and we're walking forward or backward. All right, so workout's going to be 5 burpees, 10 sit-ups, 15 hand release push-ups, and we have 20 walking lunges. We're going 15 minutes, as many rounds as possible, okay? So we're gonna get started with those burpees. Proper form, make sure we're not slinking that lower back. Your body is coming down and up as one single unit. I'll walk you through that in just a moment. We're gonna begin here, guys. Here's your 15 seconds down, 10 seconds, here we go. Big deep breath into that nose, get ready to crush it. We've got those burpees to start. Once again, 5 repetitions. Here we go. Body is moving as one unit all the way down. Come right back up. And that clap at the top, guys. We want full extension. Last one. All right, going right into those sit-ups. Feet in contact with the floor. We're going 10 total. All right, going right into those hand release push-ups. We're going 15. Once again, body is in one straight line. And don't want to see anybody slinking. No slinking here. Keep that body in that straight line. Squeeze those glutes. Brace your core. Guys, this chest press or this push-up is like the back squat of the upper body. Once again, you're going 15. As soon as you're done with 15, we're going right into 20 walking lunges. All right, so remember, it's 10 on each side. Standing tall from the waist up. Last one. All right, guys, so there's my round one. Once again, it's 15 minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, as many rounds as you can get. Make sure you record your results. All right, O crew. So I'm gonna break down those 4 movements. You guys may be on sit-ups or hand release push-ups. I'm just gonna talk those movements essentially from the ground up, okay? So you guys keep cruising. As we get tired, we start to lose our form, and I wanna make sure that we're not doing that. So make sure you're paying attention to as well, you know, if you're having a hard time with those burpees, those sit-ups, literally anything, I want you to steer your attention toward me and for the video to make sure that we're really getting after it, okay? So for those burpees, let's focus on breaking those down. Once again, feet are always hip width apart. As we're coming down to that squat. Hands coming to the floor, directly underneath those shoulders, kicking those feet out, coming down to that push-up position. Once again, it's 1 unit. I don't want to see anybody slinky up, okay? Move your body efficiently and effectively. We're popping it back up. We're standing up as that full extension. Nice little hop at the top. Add that clap for that full hip extension, or don't at all. I just want you to stand up. Make sure we're focusing on that form. So once again, it's that squat, hands to the floor, directly under the shoulders, kicking those feet out. I'm in that nice straight line. It's perfect push-up position. Coming down to the floor. Chest hits the floor, guys. We're checking under that bed, all right? And then right back up. We're here, stand up. If you need to, break it down to that bodybuilder. Just the hands to the floor, kicking those feet out, popping it right back up. When my hands are on the floor, your feet are gonna come out wide, or the opposite, hands are wide, feet are in the center. For me though, it makes it a little bit easier and more effective. I can move a little faster, especially as we're going for rounds, for my feet to be wide and hands to be relatively close, okay? For those sit-ups, we're on our back. Feet, once again, are hip width apart. You always wanna be in that athletic stance, all right? Hands are on those shoulders, cross that chest, guys, coming full range. Elbows are coming to those knees, right back down. If you want to be a little bit more controlled with this, you want to feel like you're being a little bit more effective with that sit-up, focus on that eccentric movement. So on the way down, makes it a lot harder if we move slowly versus if we're just throwing our body back. So let's focus, it's one or the other. You're going to take your focus on, again, one or the other. If your main goal is to get through as many rounds as possible within these 15 minutes, awesome. Or if you really just want to focus on your core for that one specific movement, you want to get really good at sit-ups, slow down, all right? Slow down, get that form down, keep those feet locked to the floor. All right, going on to those hand release push-ups. Same setup as that burpee. You're in that plank position, feet hip width apart. You don't want to bring those feet super close together. I want you to think about a tripod. If you have a tripod and all those legs are together, it's going to fall over. Same thing if they're too far apart, it's also going to fall over. So you want to find that happy medium. We're here, coming down, full range. Chest is going to come to the floor, neutral spine, hand release, right back up. Your hands are going to be on the outside of those shoulders, so not exactly right underneath. You want to make sure you're in a nice, proper position here. If you're too far wide, you're really going to put some extra pressure or extra strain on that chest. Keep those elbows in. So we're also working those triceps. Again, feet hip width apart. You don't hyperextend. I don't want to see that slinky. Butt should also not be up in the air. Really focus on that core. If you need to, drop down to those knees. Exact same thing. Hips should not be far back here. Keep those shoulders right above those hands, okay? Really work that core. All right, then we're going into those reverse lunges. This one can sometimes be tricky. Can really, as we get tired and fatigued, we really start to lose that form. So let's make sure we're honing in on that form, and as we get tired, focusing on that form over anything. Slow down, take a breather. Again, it's as many rounds as you can get, but don't crush yourself and losing that form. I always say that you are as strong as you are on your weakest point, and if your weakest point is strong, that's awesome. Okay, like that's what we want. I don't want you to just cruise through these things, through these movements. They look awful, you feel awful, you get hurt. That is not our end game. Okay, so take a breather. If you need to, grab a swig of water. Let's get back into the next movement. So those walking lunges, I'm just gonna break it down to that static movement first. Make sure we have that split stance. That heel's gonna come up off the floor the whole time. We're looking forward, we're not looking down. We're gonna bend both knees at the same time, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. I don't want anybody hinging. A lot of times during walking lunges, we see people grab the knee and they drive off of that knee. That's a no-go. I do not want to see that. Let's make sure that our core is nice and strong. We're standing tall from the waist up, bending both knees, and we're walking forward. That horse on a carousel is what we're looking for. If you keep that back leg straight, you're really gonna drive that knee super far over that toe. Knee over toe is not a bad thing, but when it's super drastic, yes, it can be. So let's make sure that we're not doing that. During the walking phase, as we walk, drive off of both legs, not just the front leg, it's gonna be both legs. So we're again engaging both at the same time. All right, and with that hip hinge, if you find that you're hinging super far forward, and you almost can't help it, it's probably because those hip flexors are tight. So even after today's workout, during the cool down, I'll walk you through those proper hip flexor quad stretches, okay? So again, standing tall with that, chest stays elevated, dropping it down and alternating over walking it out, okay? All right, guys, so those are those 4 movements. Make sure we're focusing on the form. No slinkies, no hyperextension in your back. Chest always stays nice and tall. And for the next 7 minutes, I'm gonna crush it with you, okay? So again, 5 burpees, 10 sit-ups, 15 hammer release push-ups, 20 walking lunges. Here we go. And again, you may be totally ahead of me, and that's okay. Make sure we're counting those rounds. All right, 10 full sit-ups, guys. After today, chest, triceps, core, you're really gonna be on fire, which is awesome. So we can be just as effective with body weight movements as we are with a loaded barbell or dumbbells. That's awesome. All right, once again, those walking lunges, it is okay for knee to track over that knee, but make sure it's knee to track over that toe. Make sure it's not super dramatic, especially with that heel. As that heel comes up, the front heel should not come up at any point in time. It's always gonna stay nice and flat. That back heel is the only thing that's gonna stay up at any point in time. Really driving off of both feet. You wanna be in that position where my midfoot is still in contact with the floor. That back foot stays flat, you have nothing to propel yourself forward with. So make sure that back foot stays nice and engaged. Standing tall, waist up, as always. Again, it could be a reverse lunge if you want to step back, depending on the space that you have at home. Reverse lunges or total walking lunges, totally up to you, okay? Again, those burpees, guys, I know we're cruising through these and I think you guys are doing awesome. Don't let that lower back hyperextend at any point in time. Again, chin is facing forward. Don't want you guys to open up like this. Take a look at my chin positioning. When I stand, my chin is not in this position. I'm always in that neutral spine, that C-spine. Your cervical spine, again, your vertebrae in your neck, stays in that neutral position. At any point in time we open up, we're leaking power, we're losing form, we're not able to actually engage the muscles that are supposed to be engaged during those movements. So let's make sure that we're doing that, okay? And again, those sit-ups, focusing on the cervical spine. If you are crunching that cervical spine, again, the vertebrae in your neck, it's not gonna be healthy for you, especially over time. So make sure it stays that nice neutral position You're always looking forward, okay? If you need to, you can go hands on the head, but make sure we're not cranking that spine at any point in time. Also, as another option for this, feel free to use your hands to pull you forward. Again, that's an option. But what we would like to do and focus on is hands on those shoulders, full sit up. Again, feet may come up. If you need to, put your feet underneath an object, a table, a bench, literally anything at home. Feel free to do so if you feel a little bit more comfortable with that, okay? All right, guys, last 3 minutes and 30 seconds. We're just gonna go to town. Here we go. All right, come on. Last 3 minutes of the workout. You guys, we got this. Keep it nice and flat. That back's nice and flat, neutral position. Squeeze those glutes. Don't forget, your glutes, biggest muscle in the body. If you can use that for every movement, the stronger your glutes are, the stronger your core is, the stronger you are overall. And it transfers to every movement we do here at Oak Strength. And by the end of this, arms and shoulders are on fire. If you come down, the knees touching the floor, that's okay, as long as it kisses the floor and you're coming right back up. Make sure we're not just driving your knee into the floor, guys. You don't want to get hurt, number one. And number two, it's just not proper movement. Make sure standing tall, there's no crash. And it goes to say how much control you have over that eccentric loading phase. If you're just crashing to the floor, you may have poor control, or we're just getting fatigued, which is totally possible. And it's not a bad thing, but once again, you're only as strong as you are at that weakest point. So we want to make sure that we stay nice and tall, nice and strong. That form is on point the whole time. 90 seconds left, guys. Once again, if you're breaking down that burpee, you need to go to that bodybuilder. Go to that bodybuilder. Sit-ups. Make sure those heels stay in contact with the floor. Last 60 seconds. Again, feel free. Throw your body forward with those sit-ups if you need to. Hand release push-ups. Form is everything. Keep it tight. Remember, count your rounds. Count those reps. If you'd like to, we're able to stay a little competitive with it. Record those numbers. If not, it's okay too. Keep those glutes engaged, even though we're working that chest and those triceps. Butt should be engaged at all times. All right, last 7 seconds. I'm still counting these reps. It's 2. Almost there, all the way through. And recover. Beautiful work, everybody. There's that 15-minute Amrap. You guys crushed it. Nice work. Take a breather, grab some water. We're gonna go ahead and go through that cool down. Nice job. Big deep breath into that nose. Slowly exhale out your mouth. Bringing that heart rate down. All right, we're gonna go ahead, right foot over the left foot. I want you to shoot those hips back, keep your chest elevated above your heart. Sorry, chest up, above your hips, I should say. Keep your heart elevated. Let's go ahead and switch. All right, so with this, stretching out those hamstrings, a little bit of that lower back, but really just focusing on your hamstring and your glutes here. That calf. All right, about 10 to 15 seconds on each side. From here, we're gonna go ahead and reach, left arm up, right hand on that elbow, stretch out that left tricep. We're gonna hold it here again for about 10 to 15, maybe 20 seconds. The mobility aspect is just as important as the workout itself. Let's go ahead and switch. The more mobile you are, the more it's gonna transfer to every movement we do. So make sure we're doing this at home as well. Got plenty of time to do so. 15-minute workout, have a nice 5 to 10 minute stretch. Afterward, you're golden. Let's go ahead and take a seat. We are gonna go right foot over the left leg. We're gonna take that left arm, put it over that right knee, and we're gonna rotate. Keep your chest open. Really use that right hand to plant. Here I feel I'm in my IT band. I'm feeling it's in my glutes, getting a little bit of posterior delt, that mid back. I'm gonna go ahead and switch. Keep that chest open. Focus on your breathing. All right, beautiful. We're gonna go into that plank position. We're gonna take left foot. We're gonna place on the outside of that left hand, and we're just gonna rotate. Use that right foot to rotate the rest of your body. We're gonna go let's go 5 rotations to the right, and then I want you to 5 rotations to the left. Really get some hip mobility here. And then switch sides. Again, I'm just using that opposite foot, the one that's extended, to help propel my body in that circular motion. Again, let's go 5 rotations to the left, 5 rotations to the right. All right, last few stretches, we're gonna go cat-cow here. So that's scared cat on Halloween, really driving your weight, that upper body through the floor, open up that mid back, and then we're coming into that cow. Back into that scared cat on Halloween. Really big drive through the floor, push off that floor, and then back into that cow position. One more time. Big push. And then the last cow. All right, guys, I did lie. We have one more stretch. We're gonna stay in this position on all fours. We're gonna take that left hand and we're gonna go ahead and needle it through that right foot that right hand and your right knee. And I want you to lay on that left shoulder. We're getting a nice stretch here. Even in that upper back, we're getting a nice stretch in that lower lat. Feel this a little bit in my hips. With this, I am pulling my left shoulder up toward the ceiling while I'm driving my hip the opposite direction. So it's essentially I'm pulling my body in opposite directions. Now I'll switch into the opposite side. So once again, driving my shoulder out and away, hips are going the opposite direction, shoulders going back that way. Using this opposite hand to push. Get a deeper stretch. All right, everybody, that is a wrap. Fantastic work, Oak fam. Have a great rest of your day.